Hey friends, I was gonna say good morning, but then I realized that it's not exactly morning anymore, but I'm on my vacation with my friends Kathy, Renee, and Michelle. We are on Fripp Island, which is in South Carolina, and this is my view off the deck of my room, or the porch of my room. I guess it's more of a porch. I hope you're having a great day. So for those of you who are new, my name is Crystal Payne and I'm the founder of MoneySavingMom.com, and I am coming to you live from South Carolina, Fripp Island, and I did not do a morning motivation show because I slept in this morning and just had a really quiet, wonderful, relaxing morning, but I wanted to hop on because I had a couple things that I wanted to share with you, and you're kind, Bethany. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Yes, Mackenzie, yay for sleeping in. And speaking of Mackenzie, if you have not checked out her Cultivating the Lovely podcast, I'm so excited because I am on her episode today. And so go to cultivatingthelovely.com, or you can search for Cultivating the Lovely podcast on iTunes. And Mackenzie and I had so much fun doing that podcast. And there are some things on there that I haven't shared on this scope or other places, so you might want to be sure to check that out. And there's also a coupon code for my Makeover Your Mornings course. So if you've been wanting to grab that, you can get it for $10 with Mackenzie's coupon code. So thanks so much for joining us. Yes, cultivatingthelovely.com. There is the website for that. Yes, it was so much fun, Mackenzie. Thanks, Stacy. Okay, so we're going to talk about the hardest word to say. Does anyone have an idea of what that hardest word is? It is the word no. This is a hard word. Yes, Keely, you got it. You guys got it. Okay, so we're going into December and it's a Christmas season, and there's so much that can be going on, and there's so many opportunities, and you can feel like there's so many obligations, and you can feel like there's just so much that I need to do. And so we're going to talk about the word no, because this is something that I have preached, but it's something that I struggle to practice. I struggle to say no because I'm a people pleaser and I love for people to like me, and I don't want to disappoint people. But we have to be able to get good at saying no if we want to be able to say yes to the best. So saying no to the unimportant, the not as necessary, those things that are just going to bog us down and keep us from being able to say yes to the best. So as we go into the holiday season, I just want to challenge you to ask yourself, before you say yes to something, ask yourself, do I have the time for this? Do I really have the time? Number 2, ask yourself, is this a good fit for my whole family during this season of life? And by this season of life, I'm referring to where you are at right now. Because guess what? Last year, maybe something was a really good fit, but this year it's not. So for instance, I was just telling my friends that I'm staying with, I was telling them how we're not sending Christmas cards this year. And I have complete peace and freedom and no guilt over that. Sometimes it's been a wonderful thing for us to send Christmas cards, and we sent those, but this year I'm not going to. But last year we didn't do very many Christmas decorations, and this year we did because my girls were so excited to want to do that. So ask yourself, in this season of life, is this a good fit for my whole family during this season? Number 3, ask yourself, what am I going to give up to do this? You have to count the cost. You have to count the cost, because there are always costs. When you say yes to one thing, you have to say no to something else, even if you don't even realize that you're saying no. Maybe you're saying no to quiet. Maybe you're saying no to sleep. Maybe you're saying no to baking cookies with your kids because you're saying yes to doing something for someone else. And I'm not saying that, you know, one is right or wrong, but you have to count the cost for yourself. What's going to matter in 25 years from now? What matters to you right now? What are your priorities? So ask yourself, what am I going to give up to do this. Like Keely said, all of life is a trade-off. And we're not always going to make the right decisions, but really carefully counting the cost ahead of time so we don't just say yes because it sounds like a great idea. Just because it sounds like a great idea doesn't mean that it's a great idea for this season of life right now. Number 4, ask yourself, is it worth what I'm giving up? So is saying yes to this one thing worth what I'm having to say no to? Really ask yourself that. Number 5, ask yourself, why do I feel like I should say yes? This gets really to the heart of why we're saying yes. Are we saying yes because, you know what? Yes, it's going to be a bit of a sacrifice, but this is something that my husband's going to be so excited about, or this is something that my kids are going to be so excited about, or this is something that I'm just going to love and it's going to fill up my tank. Ask yourself why. Or is it because I really feel like I should? Or I saw someone else doing it and it looked like a good idea and I think that, I should do that too. Or to feel like, I should be able to do this. What's my problem? So ask yourself, why? Why do I feel like I should say yes? Why do I feel like I should say yes? Someone just mentioned Lisa Turker's book, The Best Yes. If you have not read that book and you struggle with being a people pleaser, you struggle with knowing what to say yes to and what to say no to, Lisa Turker's book, The Best Yes, is a really good resource. I read that last year and just was just really challenged by it to figure out what should I say yes to and what should I say no to, and to be confident in those yeses. So ask yourself, am I saying yes to this because this opportunity, God is really putting this person strongly on my heart, and I feel like I'm supposed to do this, not out of guilt or obligation, but because it's what God's calling me to? Or is it because I feel obligated? Is it because I feel guilt that I need to be doing this? So really get to the heart of why you're saying yes. So then you can walk forward in confidence and knowing that you can say no to something. I have said some really hard no's recently. Just yesterday, I said no to a dear friend, and it was something that I really wanted to help her with, but I knew that I needed to say yes to rest this week. And so in order to say yes to rest this week, because I know that that's what my body needs, that's what my soul needs, that's what my spirit needs, so that I can be a good wife, a good mom, a good writer, a good blogger, a good periscoper, a good friend, I need rest. I need to take seasons of rest. And in order to carve out the time to have these few days of rest that I'm having right here, it's meant that I'm having to say no to other things, other very good things. And so being intentional about that and being willing to say no to what might be a really good thing so you can say yes to what is the best thing for you in this season of life. So those are some questions that I've been challenging myself to ask before I just immediately say yes. And that really helps me to be wise. And I don't always make the right decisions, but at least I want to put some thought and intention and not just jump into a yes without taking time to really think it through. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to hop off in just a minute, and we're going to then I'm going to hop back on and do our Just Show Up book club scope. But I wanted to mention 2 things really quick. Number 1, that is that last night I did a really quick scope on how to write a post well with affiliate links. That's not a good title, but how to write a really amazing post with affiliate links. So for those of you who are interested in getting better at writing blog posts and incorporating affiliate links, be sure to check out last night's scope, because I think that you will find the link that I linked to be incredibly helpful. It was so inspiring to me, and I think it'll be really inspiring to you. And also, if you missed the first part of the scope where I talked about today, Mackenzie's podcast, her Cultivating the Lovely podcast, I am on the episode today. She interviewed me and we had so much fun doing the interview. So that's at cultivatingthelovely.com, and be sure to check that out, because I think you will just love it. Later today, I'm going to be posting about my 4 favorite podcasts. Can't talk today, on MoneySavingMom.com. So if you're interested in podcasts that I love, be sure to check that out on MoneySavingMom as well. So That is all that I had for you today. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, and I am looking forward to getting to spend some time this afternoon just doing a little writing, doing some resting. I think we're going to watch a movie, maybe. There's been a lot of discouraging and depressing news last night. It was really sad. We were watching everything happening in California, and so, you know, my heart hurts for that, and but I don't want to. After a while, it was like an hour, and then we're like, we just have to turn off the news because it can just become so heavy and depressing that you're not even having that space to rest. So that's another thing, you know, saying no. Sometimes we have to say no to the depressing, heavy news, and just filling ourselves up with that so that we can say yes to being able to have space to pour into other people and to rest and do what we need to do so that we can serve wherever we are well. So I hope that you have a wonderful afternoon, and I will talk to you later.